Hello everyone, my name is Alejandro Rincon Perfecto, and today I will be talking to you guys about my personal experiences in the music industry. With that said, I would like to share a little bit about me and what I am or who I am. My parents are Mexican American. I was born and raised in North Hollywood, California. With that said, North Hollywood was an area where a lot of music and uh, film is being made. It's a location where the businesses do revolve around music, film, TV shows, and studio work. And with that said, I was lucky to be born and raised in North Hollywood, and I eventually worked myself into the music industry. I began to play music at the age of about 9 years old, and I excelled and began to see it as a business around the age of 13. Thanks to my father, that he himself was a musician as well, a guitar player for other bands, and I learned how to play music through him, and everything else just came together. I will now tell you what the situation was in the music industry, from the beginning till today, to status quo, which is today, and what has happened to me and what I have done to fix, to make it more funner or more meaningful. So now I will talk to you about the drum experience. What I mean by the drum experience is when you sit down on a drum set, right? What I have here behind me. You sit down on a drum set. It is an instrument, but a person like me who sits behind this for hours a day, and it's a job. It's more of a hobby, a job, and it's part of my life. Sometimes we want to create meaningful artifacts, and in my situation is that as a musician, we musicians get up and go to music stores. We buy instruments that have no actual meaning to you other than what you will be playing. And I'm a person who has lived my life, with a meaning, with a purpose. And with that said, I found that it would be a better experience for me and the audience if I created something that was more presentable, more exciting, and something that could that could convey my message physically, or a tangible artifact that would convey the message of that I am personally trying to express while playing my drum. And in this case, you don't have to play the drum to get the message. Just by looking at it, you will understand a different aspect of music, or it will definitely make you feel something different other than just a drum. And with that said, here I have two examples. This is my first example, which is this is a regular snare drum. A regular snare drum, right? You buy it, it's generic, you play it, people say it's nice, they look at it, they like it, right? Cool. I've played for over 20 years like this, with things that it's just a drum to me, and it's cool, it's great, but I think as human beings, we want to find a purpose to what we do, or we want to make things interesting or exciting. And I felt that the best way to make that happen for the audience and myself would be to create your own snare drum. And that is what I have managed to do. And now I will show you the snare drum that I have created for myself. Thank you to DW Drum Workshop. They have helped me create this snare drum, a personalized snare drum, and I believe this helps me convey the message or gives more of a statement when I play live to the audience. And just by looking at it, I believe it creates a sense of a grand emotion that you probably cannot overcome, when you're playing the music, definitely, but you can see it just by looking at it. You could definitely appreciate the drum now without playing it. And with that said, this is the drum. Now I will show you the drum that we created with DW, and it's right here. This right here was personally picked by me. I chose the wood, the grain, the wood finish, which is a maple, the grain, which is Mappa burl. If you see that, that's the grain right there. It has more grain right here. You see that? And another thing that I personally chose that I feel represents me more is the gold hardware. If you can see the gold hardware, it creates, a beautiful look, presentation. Now, this here represents what I feel about music, or how I feel about it. It's very special to me, and if I could make this real gold, I would have done that. It would have just been really expensive. But the point is that this is a physical representation of the music that I play and how I feel about the art that I partake in, and also how I feel about myself and the time and practice that I have put into this instrument. It makes it more perfect for me to perform, and I believe for the audience to just even look at, to pay money to hear the music is one thing, but just to even to show up and look at beautiful drums is just another experience intertwined in there, right? So with that said, in the music world, to make a custom drum is expensive. It's very expensive. Only musicians who work in the system for a living would do these type of things. And with that said, I play music for a living, and it's a special part of my life that I get to live every day and be part of. And this is the best tangible object that can represent how I feel about music, and how you should feel about music. It's beautiful. And with that said, guys, this is the custom DW collector's kit, built for Alex. And yes, and this is actually made in California, and I am a California resident, so they put that there for me. And yeah, guys, thank you to DW.